What's shaking, gamers, and welcome back to PS5 Nexus. The news cycle is absolutely electric right now, and we've got a fire hose of updates ready to blast your way. Get ready to feel the hype because if you miss this, you're missing out on some of the biggest whispers and wildest rumors circulating the gaming universe. We're diving headfirst into what's next, what's confirmed, and what's got everyone talking. So buckle up, smash that like button, and let's get into it. First up, the air is thick with anticipation for the next PlayStation State of Play. After a period of relative quiet, fans are clamoring for news, and we're dissecting what could be on the horizon. Will we finally get concrete details on those much-rumored titles and see the fruits of Sony's development power? We're breaking down the possibilities and what it means for the future of PlayStation exclusives. Then, we're shifting gears to a massive announcement that's got the gaming world buzzing. A dedicated State of Play event is confirmed, and it's all about one of the most iconic characters in cinematic and gaming history. Get ready for an in-depth look at a highly anticipated title that promises to immerse you in a world of espionage and high-stakes action. We've got the breakdown on what to expect from this exclusive deep dive. Next, we're turning our attention to the ever-evolving landscape of console manufacturers and the strategic moves being made. A major player is making waves with an impressive lineup of upcoming games, leading to a fascinating discussion about their future console strategy. Are they poised to disrupt the market and challenge the status quo? We're exploring the potential shifts and what this could mean for gamers everywhere. And finally, we're capping things off with a look at a beloved franchise that's making a comeback, with a highly anticipated release that has fans on the edge of their seats. We're diving into the details of what makes this return so special and why it's capturing the imagination of so many. Don't go anywhere, because this is the news you absolutely need to know. Make sure you're subscribed and the notification bell is on so you don't miss a single update. PlayStation's next move, what's cooking for State of Play? The gaming world is abuzz with speculation regarding Sony's upcoming PlayStation State of Play, with fans eagerly anticipating an announcement that could reveal the next wave of exclusive titles and significant updates. Following a period of relative quiet from the platform holder, the demand for new information is palpable, with many hoping for concrete details on projects that have been long rumored or are nearing completion. The PlayStation 4 era was characterized by a consistent stream of high-profile exclusive games and frequent, exciting showcases. However, the PlayStation 5 generation has seen a more measured approach, leading to a growing sense of anticipation, and for some, a touch of impatience. This has fueled discussions about Sony's overall content strategy and its commitment to delivering the signature experiences that have defined the PlayStation brand. The upcoming State of Play is seen by many as a crucial opportunity for Sony to reassert its dominance and reconnect with a fanbase eager for more. Speculation is rife about what might be featured. Titles like the rumored Returnal follow-up, Seros, are frequently mentioned as potential candidates for an appearance, given its expected 2025 release window. The enigmatic Wolverine, a highly anticipated project that has kept its development progress under wraps, is another title that fans are desperate to see more of. The possibility of new game announcements is also a significant talking point, as Sony looks to bolster its already strong portfolio and hint at the future direction of its first-party development. There's a strong sentiment that Sony has a wealth of content nearing completion, and that a dedicated showcase is the perfect venue to unveil these projects to the public. Compounding the anticipation are the recent sales figures of major third-party titles, which have seen Call of Duty, Black Ops 7 underperforming in pre-orders, even falling behind anticipated releases like Battlefield 6, a Metal Gear Solid remake, a basketball game, and Borderlands 4. This trend raises questions about the long-term viability of established franchises and the strategies employed by major publishers. It also highlights the importance of Sony's own exclusive offerings in a competitive market. With development cycles for major games now extending to 5 years or more, publishers like Activision face a significant challenge in reacting to market shifts, with potential changes to their strategies taking years to implement. The current environment also brings into focus the performance of other console manufacturers. While Xbox is noted for having a strong lineup of upcoming games, its console sales remain relatively low. This has led to discussions about whether Xbox might pivot back to a console-exclusive strategy if its third-party publishing business continues to thrive. This strategic consideration adds another layer of complexity to the industry, as the lines between hardware manufacturers and software publishers continue to blur. But before we dive deeper into the future of PlayStation, hold on to your controllers, because the next piece of news is about to drop, and it's a big one. We're talking about a dedicated state of play that's sending shockwaves through the community, and it's all about one of the most iconic characters in gaming history. State of Play confirmed, a deep dive into 7 First Light. Sony has officially announced its next major State of Play presentation, and this one is dedicated entirely to IO Interactive's highly anticipated James Bond game, 7 First Light. Scheduled for September 3rd, the showcase promises over 30 minutes of in-depth gameplay, offering a comprehensive look at Bond's early days as an MI6 recruit. This dedicated event underscores Sony's commitment to highlighting key third-party titles and generating significant buzz around major upcoming releases. The State of Play will feature a detailed playthrough of Bond's initial mission, showcasing a variety of gameplay elements that fans expect from the iconic spy franchise. This includes high-speed car chases, tense on-foot stealth sequences, and thrilling shootouts. Following the gameplay demonstration, IO Interactive developers will provide insights into the intricate espionage mechanics and the overall design philosophy behind 7 First Light. This approach suggests a deep dive into the core gameplay loop, aiming to give viewers a thorough understanding of what makes this iteration of James Bond unique. Developed by IO Interactive, the studio behind the critically acclaimed Hitman series, 7 First Light is poised to deliver a narrative-driven action-adventure experience. The game aims to explore the origin story of the world's most famous spy, presenting a younger, perhaps more reckless, James Bond navigating the early stages of his career within MI6. This focus on an origin story offers a fresh perspective on a beloved character, potentially delving into formative experiences that shaped the agent fans know today. The game is slated for a 2026 release, and Sony's decision to host a dedicated State of Play so far in advance signals a significant marketing partnership and a strong belief in the title's potential. The announcement has generated a mixed reaction among the gaming community. While many are excited about the prospect of a new James Bond game from a reputable developer like IO Interactive, others have expressed disappointment that the State of Play is not a more general showcase featuring a variety of titles. Some feel that dedicating an entire presentation to a single third-party game, which will also be released on other platforms, is a missed opportunity. Comments on social media and forums reflect a desire for more PlayStation-centric reveals and updates on first-party projects. However, many also acknowledge that Sony may not have a substantial amount of first-party content ready to showcase at this moment, making a third-party focus a pragmatic choice. This dedicated State of Play also raises questions about Sony's broader strategy for its State of Play and PlayStation Showcase events. The scarcity of major PlayStation-centric presentations has led to increased scrutiny of each announcement. While some see this as a strategic move to build anticipation for specific titles, others view it as a sign of a less robust first-party development pipeline compared to previous console generations. The timing, preceding the Tokyo Game Show, also suggests a strategic effort to capture attention before a larger industry event. But the world of espionage and high-octane action isn't the only thing shaking up the gaming industry this week. Get ready, because we're about to shift gears and explore the strategic landscape of console manufacturers and their ambitious plans for the future. Xbox's bold strategy, dominating sales amidst console uncertainty. The gaming industry is witnessing a fascinating strategic evolution, particularly from Xbox, which is currently boasting an impressive lineup of upcoming games that has many observers believing it holds the strongest portfolio for the coming years. This robust pipeline includes major titles from Bethesda and Activision, positioning Xbox as a formidable third-party publisher, even as its console sales continue to lag significantly behind its primary competitors. This unique market position has sparked a critical question. As Xbox solidifies its presence as a leading game publisher, will the company reconsider its commitment to console manufacturing and a direct confrontation with Sony in the hardware space? While a next-generation Xbox console is indeed in development, its potential success is viewed with skepticism by some, who see it as a niche product for dedicated enthusiasts rather than a mainstream market disruptor. The prevailing sentiment is that if Xbox's game sales continue to surge, potentially making it the most dominant force in game publishing, a return to its Plan A, a direct challenge to PlayStation's console dominance, becomes a more plausible, albeit complex, strategy. The current industry trend, where major players like Microsoft express a desire to move away from traditional console exclusives, is interpreted by many as a reflection of their current standing in the market. When a company is in a less dominant position, articulating a vision of a platform-agnostic future can be a strategic advantage. However, if Xbox were to achieve unparalleled success in game sales across all platforms, the incentive to re-engage directly with console exclusivity and a strong hardware push could become irresistible. Such a move would signify a significant shift in the competitive landscape, potentially forcing Sony and Nintendo to adapt their own strategies. This situation is particularly intriguing given the lengthy development cycles of modern games, which can span 5 years or more. This means that current strategic decisions, such as investing heavily in third-party acquisitions like Activision, will have long-term repercussions that will only become fully apparent years down the line. The games currently in development for 2027, for instance, are already well into their production cycles, leaving little room for immediate strategic pivots in response to market dynamics. The implications of Xbox's strategy extend beyond its own future. A dominant Xbox as a third-party publisher could reshape the entire gaming ecosystem, influencing how other companies approach content creation, distribution, and platform strategy. It raises the possibility of a future where the lines between publisher and platform holder become even more blurred, leading to new forms of competition and collaboration. It's a dynamic and unpredictable market, but that's not the only major shift happening in the gaming world right now. Prepare yourselves, because we're about to turn our attention to a beloved franchise making a triumphant return, and it's got fans buzzing with anticipation. Capcom's exciting slate, Resident Evil Requiem, Pragmata, and Onimusha remake tease. Capcom is undoubtedly a company deserving of widespread acclaim, currently demonstrating remarkable prowess in game development. With the Tokyo Game Show on the horizon, anticipation is mounting for what the Japanese giant will unveil, particularly concerning titles that have generated significant buzz. Among these, Resident Evil Requiem has emerged as a standout, with one avid fan expressing unprecedented excitement for a Resident Evil title, suggesting it could steer back towards a true survival horror focus, a departure from what they perceived as the action-heavy leanings of Resident Evil Village. Beyond the Resident Evil franchise, Pragmata continues to intrigue, promising a unique action game experience that has captured considerable attention. In a landscape where titles like Dragon's Dogma 2 may have underwhelmed some players and Monster Hunter Wilds is considered by some to be facing an uncertain future, Capcom's ability to present Pragmata as something distinctly different and daring is a testament to their marketing acumen and their commitment to exploring new creative avenues. The game's distinctive aesthetic and conceptual premise have clearly resonated with a segment of the gaming audience, generating a palpable sense of curiosity about its final form. Furthermore, Capcom's foray into the Onimusha series with a remake has also drawn interest, even from those unfamiliar with the franchise. While some observers have noted similarities to the Nioh series, the prospect of a fresh take on Onimusha is met with enthusiasm. This willingness to revisit and reimagine established IPs, while also pushing the boundaries with new concepts like Pragmata, showcases a balanced approach to their development strategy, catering to both longtime fans and newcomers alike. The excitement for Resident Evil Requiem appears to be particularly high, with expectations centered on a potential return to the series' roots and the possibility of beloved characters like Leon Kennedy making an appearance. The imagery of a fractured raccoon city further fuels speculation and anticipation for a narrative that could deeply engage fans. The hope is that pre-orders for Pragmata and Resident Evil Requiem will open soon, with potential release dates speculated for 2026, though the wait is proving difficult for the most eager players. However, it's crucial to note that Onimusha is not a remake but a brand new entry in the series, and it's also clarified that it is not a Souls-like game, correcting a common misconception. This distinction is important for setting expectations and understanding the game's intended genre and gameplay mechanics. The overall sentiment surrounding Capcom's upcoming titles is one of high anticipation, with Resident Evil Requiem leading the charge in generating excitement for its potential to revitalize the survival horror genre within the acclaimed franchise. That wraps up our look at Capcom's exciting upcoming releases and the buzz surrounding them. But before we go, make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell on, because we've got a lightning round recap of all the top stories coming your way right now. And that's a wrap on another packed episode of PS5 Nexus. We covered the much-anticipated PlayStation State of Play, dove deep into the world of 7 First Light, explored Xbox's ambitious market strategy, and got hyped for Capcom's incredible lineup. If you enjoyed this high-energy breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more gaming news and analysis, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Let us know your thoughts on these stories in the comments below, and follow us on all social media platforms to stay connected. We'll see you in the next one.